Hello Skillr boxers. Today we're diving into the craft of one of boxing's finest technicians. A master of footwork and balance, almost impossible to hit and with sniper-like precision. Rigondeaux is a figure both loved and criticised, but undeniably one of the best defensive boxers and accurate counterpunchers in the sport. Some admire his style, while others find it less thrilling, but there's no denying his polished technique. Today we'll break down the tricks and techniques he uses to evade punches and land with incredible accuracy. But first, we wanted to announce our new LinkedIn page. On this page, we'll be making some interesting posts where we relate the boxing and business world. If you want to learn more about the brand, as well as boxing and business, you can follow our page using the link in the description. Now, first things first, let's start with the boxing stance. Boxing stance. Rigondeaux fights as a southpaw, utilising a bladed stance similar to the Philly shell, often incorporating a long guard, as the lead hand is crucial to his strategy. He maintains perfect balance, transitioning weight from the front foot to the back foot. Every detail of his guard is meticulously calculated. We will explain later why, but even the position of his rear plays a crucial role in his accurate, fast and untelegraphed punches. His lead hand, similar to other technicians, is used to probe and measure the distance, as well as putting traffic to parry and block punches.
Little nuances that he does. There's so many little nuances he's doing just.
He will often use handles and pulls while he pivots to the outside, placing his lead hand on his opponent's guard, head or body and pulling him to the inside while he pivots to the outside.
8-1 in the fifth. Rigondeaux 6, and so he's storing Lineal, the man who beat the man who as well. I think it's a close fight.
That way, he gets out of range and his opponent is off balance. Apart from measuring with the lead, it also serves him as a blind,
he's older, but
often starting it with a probe or post while blinding the opponent, and then quickly changing the lead for the rear at full speed, catching the opponent by surprise.
Against the incredible speed.
But now, let's get deeper into his best skills. Footwork. As we have already talked about, your feet are your first line of defense. There is no guesswork, and you can remain safe just by being out of range. And Rigondeaux knows that perfectly. His amateur background laid the foundation for his exceptional footwork, allowing him to evade shots, set the fight's rhythm, and frustrate the opponent. Rigondeaux might have the quickest feet in boxing, although he sometimes bounces on his toes.
he's not bouncing all over the place. Here he is for a second, but
He primarily stays flat-footed, but with the same quickness and ability to rapidly move around the ring, turn on angles and get out of range to make his opponents miss.
just throw a shot even though he's in position, because Rigondeaux will make him pay.
While facing the opposite stance, he likes to move his lead, and while changing levels and using lateral steps, he ducks under the opponent's lead, turning around them. A hallmark of his style and a beautiful move. Other than that, his style is full of pivots, shifts, step backs, side steps, and he uses them both defensively and offensively to get better angles for counters.
Let go of the counters, so there it is right there.
While some fans might critique his defensive approach, those who appreciate the science of boxing see the beauty in his footwork. Accuracy with the rear. While we have talked about the importance of his lead hand to control the opponent, His rear is his power hand, and a very accurate punch for Rigo.
This yesterday, Rigondeaux. He's never lost to a south. And Seha is down.
But what stands out about Rigondeaux's rear hand punches is his accuracy, both leading and countering with it. His two main punches are the straight left / overhand and his left uppercut / bolo punch. His straight left, often morphing into an overhand, is thrown with his head off the center line and turning his whole body into the punch, placing the weight on his lead foot.
I think he places his punches perfectly. He's accurate with his punches, and he places them right where they need to be at the right time. The pace, close to.
And Delgado will let him. Downtown Los Angeles.
He throws it really quick and without telegraphing it, thanks to his guard, like we briefly mentioned in his boxing stance. Rigondeaux's guard positions his rear hand diagonally, reducing the movement needed to align it with his opponent's head.
Good left hand there from Rigondeaux. Sharp. There's no telling. That's the thing about Rigondeaux as well. There's no telling his punches. He doesn't move the hand before he throws it. It goes direct from where it is.
When the rear is vertical, it has to both go down and forward, so it aligns with the opponent's head. Rigo's guard position allows for rapid, direct strikes, shortening the time to align the punch.
From Rigo.
Practically cheating.
If you notice, he always appears to be ready to unload it, so when he has to, it goes straight down the pipe.
There it is right there.
Now, when it comes to his rear uppercut, he throws it like a bolo punch, winding it up in an arcing motion, and he usually uses it as a counter. He will often use a pull or a step back, and come back with his bolo both to the head and body.
You can get round the fight quite often. Again, you can see Rigondeaux proven work on it, as I said in the top. And there's a good counter punch as he steps back and creates a little gap.
But the real skill of Rigondeaux is his ability to throw the rear with incredible accuracy from any position or angle.
Right uppercut, all that time will tell.
Rigondeaux has been able to fight. Oh, there's his
Defending his...
Usually, on southpaw v orthodox matches, both fighters look for a position to align their punches, whether it's the lead hand with the inside foot position or the rear hand with the outside foot position. But in the case of Rigondeaux, due to his great balance and accuracy, he relies much more on posture than position.
You'd say by the textbook he's doing the wrong thing right now. He's a lefty, he's going to his own left, he's going towards the right hand, but really you can't say Rigondeaux does anything wrong because he figures out a way to make it right.
Oh, wonderful uppercut as well, and a left hand after the bell.
Instead of looking for a position to align his rear, he will look for a posture that aligns it.
1,000 and 2,000.
So a lot of times, Rigo is able to land from bad angles and positions by posturing with his waist and shoulders to accurately land his shots. Waist movement. As we are on the topic of posture and body mechanics, his waist movement and ability to evade punches while remaining in position is quite impressive. He will often duck down real low and make small adjustments, often evading long combinations of punches. The key to his elusive defense is his calmness and not overreacting to the punches.
Moises Flores is missing by just a little bit, but yet he's so calm even with the punches just barely missing him, you know?
It's inches, isn't it, in distance?
It's even less than inches, I'll tell you, it's crazy.
Yep.
Rigondeaux tries to move his head the exact distance necessary to evade it. Not less and not more. That way, when a second punch, or a third, or a long combination of punches one after the other comes, he will not be out of position, being able to evade the next punch more comfortably. Combined with his footwork, he becomes an almost impossible target. But now that we have seen his best skills, let's take a look at his flaws. Flaws. Rigondeaux's most criticised flaw is his low punch output.
A word picture of what we're experiencing here in this fight.
As a byproduct of his extensive amateur career, which was adapted to the computer scoring system, he built a style favouring clear, precise punches rather than volume. He is a boxer that doesn't like to waste punches and had a hard time adapting to the pro game. He also struggles with inside fighting, often appearing stiff and defensive in close quarters.
Look at him. He wouldn't be hanging in there. Here we go. It's back.
Again, as a byproduct of his amateur career, he didn't quite develop his inside fighting skills as much as his outside game. But still, his style is clear. Hit and don't get hit. Maintain the fight on the outside and take as little punishment as possible. And while he doesn't throw punches often, when he does, he can put anyone on the canvas. But now, we would love to know your opinion on the comments. What are other skills or flaws you see in Guillermo Rigondeaux? Let us know, and if you liked this video, you can find out more on our channel. And to your left, we have chosen a video that we thought you may like.